You have two entities that you do, right?
I do way more than that.
Okay.
That's why I mentioned to Brother TT that I got a lot more hopping off recently. So, yeah, but those are my two, I call them my vanguards.
Your vanguards, okay. And we got the Roach and we got
Yes.
Men Through. Okay. All right.
This dude.
Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay. Now this guy, I seen the description on this guy was more of like a detective, kind of assassin, right? Give me a feel for what he's like.
He is an anti hero set in Prohibition Chicago, and he kills the bad guys dead.
Yes. Okay.
Um, but he's more the story is more complex than that because I look at it as an opportunity to play around with present day situations we're dealing with. But it's always easier if you talk about um, sexism or racism or how the top 1/10 of a percent are ripping off everybody else. It's easier to do that when you put it in the past or
Right.
you put it on a foreign planet or you put it way in the future or something like that.
Yeah.
So, uh, a bit of the story's background, wrote it when I was in college. It turned out it was in a literary magazine, so it was strictly prose.
Mm-hmm.
And um, it was the most popular thing the 4 semesters that it was played in that literary magazine. It was called Manuscripts.
Okay.
I knew I had something about the character when my senior year, they had begged me to do something. I wasn't taking the class anymore. I did it for a class basically.
Mm-hmm.
In the class, I got an A, and they said publish this, and it turned from there. So I was going to the cafeteria, and I played on Butler's football team. So like, a lot of people knew me.
Mm.
And walking through the cafeteria, and a table of a dozen football players, all like freshmen, sophomores, whatever. He said, Robert, come over. That's not unusual because I was a senior. I was on the team. I was a 4-year letterman, so they knew me. And I walk over and wondering what they want. And they said, we got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? Is it, does Roach live or die? I was like, what? What? And yeah, they're having a debate
Yeah.
because since I left it as a cliffhanger,
Right.
half the table is like the Roach dies
Mm-hmm.
because of this.
Right.
And the other half is the Roach lives because of this, and this.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, what the hell? I said, none of these dudes read for pleasure.
Right. Okay.
None of these
Okay.
guys do anything outside of class with a book in their hand.
Right.
And they've all read, the thing had just come out that morning. They've all read this 10-page story
Wow.
by noon.
Yes.
In addition to their classwork and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the heck?
Yes.
So I knew it was a story that resonated.
Yeah.
However, Roach is a white guy.
Okay.
And his world, Chicago, tends to be white, especially in terms of the power structure
Mm-hmm.
at that time period.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up with an idea for the graphic novel, I was not comfortable with this. And
Okay.
I wasn't uncomfortable about writing a character. The character was fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
I was uncomfortable about the first outing of this character nationwide with no black folks in it.
Right. Right.
I'm black, and
Yeah.
I don't have any problem writing a white character.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a black man, the way that we know how to code switch makes us eminently qualified to write about cultures outside of ourselves,
Right.
more so than other have the ability to write about us.
Mm-hmm.